everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We could be in for some fireworks in today's game. Both teams rank in the top 10 in total yards. The Chargers are top 10 in total yards, and they go up against the Chiefs, who will have to try and slow them down. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
America's finest city on about as fine a Sunday afternoon as you're ever going to see. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Diego Chargers. And they'll run it here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And here's a look at the starting offense. 6 yards to go here on second down. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down. Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary. Very key here in this one.
Yeah, you have to cut me off because, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. They find some open field here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll go on the ground. A strong running. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. His throw incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. They come up in an offset eye. He'll drop to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll come out in the pistol. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The gang of Charger defenders there for the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now San Diego getting set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 18 yards there and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And the wideout in motion. Back to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A pickup there of 36. And the Chargers are going to have a first down. They'll come out in the pistol. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And now a first down following that long gain.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them. They run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Throwing right, and that's complete. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that lock?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big gain that time for the Chargers. 37 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
He'll look to throw. 22 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for San Diego first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
His throw caught right around the 6. A good pickup there at 22. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And now they're in the hurry-up. From the 4, it's second and goal. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because
and that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we stumbled upon halftime here in San Diego. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll give the Chargers a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now the Chiefs' offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Give them 13 on the pickup there. Good enough for a San Diego first down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
The gun. They'll look to throw. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
They'll set up a throw. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Their big tight end. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a play fake here on first down. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Their big-bodied receiver. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And they only need a little bit here. Third down and very short. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And my goodness, another interception. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And now San Diego getting set to go. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, He won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Going to throw deep, and this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego.
Right. He's tied right here. He's tied on the right. Tied on the right. Here we go now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back to throw again. Surveying the field. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now
the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Hurry up, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw again. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Cutback, left sideline. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 30 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
You're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 16 on the pickup. Good enough for a Kansas City 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And plays like that really hurt.
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's go. Over.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll look to throw, and his throw here's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job, way to knock it down.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Hey, all right, here we go.
And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had the pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal?
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They'll set up a throw, and this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. And all the Chiefs have it. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete here.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
game.